Well, Denver Film works so hard to create conversations and awareness through film. Well, this year, they're bringing the best LGBTQ plus films from all around the world together for one film festival. Well, Keith Garcia is here to give us the sneak peek into Denver's beloved CinemaQ Film Festival. Keith, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Well, 14 years in the making, that is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
Popular event. Let's talk about CinemaQ. It's local to Denver. Why did you want to create this? And it's so special in so many ways.
Well, so many years ago, I just realized that there was this giant gap in presentation of films that serve the LGBTQ plus community. And upon exploration, it was like, there's no reason for this gap. There's so much fantastic film out there, amazing stories, documentaries, all this stuff. And so just kind of snowballed from there, just picking and choosing, and then deciding, well, we just have so many. Let's just put a whole film festival together.
And here you are 14 years later. This is wonderful. Okay, what do you think is the big takeaway from this event?
Well, we are Denver's, and I think right now Colorado's only LGBTQ plus film festival. So we're really the only platform where these films get a space to reach other audiences, serve the community that they're for, but also expand that reach to introduce to people who are not part of the community a story. Meet someone that you never, many people think like, oh, I don't know anyone from that community, but you do all the time. And sometimes it takes watching a film to additionally make that connection.
I agree with you. I think we're all connected in some way, right, at the end of the day, and that's just awesome. Okay, let's talk about the films themselves, because I'm sure this is such a unique process, but how do you select the films that will be shown?
Well, that is, I mean, from the grace and talent of so many fantastic filmmakers around the world who are continuing to get their stories told, making these movies, these productions, being actors and performers and everything. And so they make the stuff, we watch it, and we decide, you know what, this is the cream of the crop, which is what this festival is, for this year's selection of LGBTQ plus film.
Awesome. Okay, so speaking of this year's selection, which films are you most excited to see?
There's so many, of course. This is the best of the films. But there's a fantastic indigenous film called Wildhood about an indigenous two-spirit teenager who goes on a journey and meets another queer individual, and that relationship is really touching and fantastic. There's a really great documentary called Jeanette about a survivor of the Pulse shooting many years ago, and her role as a queer mother and aspiring bodybuilder to go beyond trauma and really kind of live life and what's important.
Oh, that one sounds so wonderful. Okay, let's talk about the weekend, because I know there's a lot of events surrounding it. Talk to me about all this fun.
Well, tonight is opening night, and we're debuting with a film called The Sixth Reel. It's a great comedy. We wanted to start things out light and fun, about a film aficionado who finds a missing reel of film that's been thought to be lost for years. It's co-written and co-directed by Charles Bush, the Tony Award-nominated playwright and drag superstar from New York City, who will be in person tonight with their co-director, co-writer, and it's going to be a fun time. And Friday, we're so excited, we're giving away our first award for CinemaQ to Coleman Domingo, an amazing actor. Many of you may know him from Euphoria, where he's just received his first Emmy nomination, playing Ali, but he has decades of work behind him and so many more ahead of him. And we just really wanted to acknowledge an individual who puts the spotlight on talent, who is queer, who is black, and who is just living their best life right now. And we're so excited to have them in person here on Friday.
Absolutely. And I can see that excitement just as you are talking to me about this. I want to ask you this because, you know, CinemaQ, you guys have been around for some time now, but at the end of the day, you choose these films and selections because they all have a message. Why do you think that is so important, especially today?
It's very important because I've always operated CinemaQ under the term of 3 V's. And that is queer voices, queer vision, queer visibility. And those 3 things are so important at all times, but especially today, getting this message out, introducing these stories to these human stories, which is the underlying
That's right.
label, if there's anything, to everybody. And identification on screen is the best tool we have with cinema to sort of changing the world and changing minds and really kind of telling stories. So
yeah,
there we go.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys are thriving. 14 years in the making. It's going to be a fantastic weekend, and so happy that you're here, Keith. And we'll leave with this one thing you want everyone to know about CinemaQ.
Starts tonight, goes through Sunday, 14 fantastic events, denverfilm.org for tickets. And next year, obviously, will be our 15th year.
That's
we'll
right.
be celebrating a big milestone. So let's get this party out of the way so we can start planning next year's party.
The planning starts immediately after this one, right? Thank you so much, Keith. All right, certainly put this on your calendar. This year's CinemaQ Film Festival will be held at the Sie Film Center August 11th through the 14th. So you've got a few days and you can see the full list of films, buy tickets, and get more details. Just head to denverfilm.org.